everyone. So final video review for today is The Big Uneasy by A. Radley. So if you were reading along with me this week, you'll know this is what I was reading. Now, I did always promise to do A. Radley reviews in a Disney onesie or some sort of Disney top from Primark or whatever, but I already look a mess today in my pink jumper from Primark with my new LMX pink eyeshadow, which looks very odd, so I apologise, I look very strange in these videos. So I already look strange enough without turning myself into a Disney character. So for today we are just going to do a review of The Big Uneasy in a nice pink jumper. So if you've been reading along with me, like I say, you'll know I was reading The Big Uneasy by A. Radley. This is the video review. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, it is just in the description below the video if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Facebook, it's just underneath all the videos on the page, and I know there's loads of them, but it is there. So The Big Uneasy by A. Radley. For any of you that missed the introduction video, this is what it looks like. The reason I'm so excited about this book is A, it's by A. Radley, B, it brings back two of my favourite characters, Arabella and Rebecca, from The Road Ahead, and C, look at the size of it, it's massive. I'm going to turn it the wrong way around now, aren't I? Look, see, too excited. Ah! Look how big it is. It was like amazing. It was so long, but it was so worth it. So The Big Uneasy by A. Radley. I loved it. There you go. You knew I was going to say that. Spoiler alert. A. Radley book. Carol loves it. Yeah, I did. I absolutely adored it. Like I say, not only did it bring back two of my favourite characters, which was Arabella and Rebecca, mainly because I do have a tiny little crush on Arabella. It's hard not to. It's hard not to. A. Radley, her talent lies in writing these relationships between younger women and older women, and that is something that I am very much invested in, and so I just, yeah, every time, it's effortless with A. Radley. I am in love with whoever the older character is in her book within like the first page. I can't help it. Like I say, she's talented. But yeah, this was a great story. So it didn't just follow Arabella and Rebecca as their relationship developed from what we'd seen in The Road Ahead. It followed Jen and Catherine. So if you were reading along with me and you were reading my reading updates, you might recall the first one that said, haha, I might have a new crush, guess who? Jen, Catherine, Erica. Did you figure it out? I didn't figure it out either. It's all three. I can't help it. See, I can't help it. I really can't. So Jen is like this amazing person who works a million jobs in New Orleans, and Catherine has been dumped on vacation that she didn't really want. So they get off on the wrong foot. Again, loved it. What's not to love? They're like, Jen's like, oh god, not her again, and Catherine's like, I don't want to be here, and it's just like so good. It's so comical, and their expressions and characteristics just really come out. Even in that first chapter, they're thrown at you as a reader to just all sort of everything on display, and you're gonna love it. But they have their hidden quirks which don't come out until later in the book, which again has you developing with them as characters as you read, and then you learn more about them, you learn more about their situations, you think, oh, okay, that makes sense, oh, okay, and everything starts to slot into place. So that was really great, and I loved the way the story sort of incorporated New Orleans and all the elements of it and the two different personalities, and then combined all four characters in a story, because Jen is friends with Rebecca, and then Arabella's got doubts, like she's proper doubting things, because Arabella's already like on a whole self-war conflict thing inside herself about her feelings for Rebecca, so you can imagine how she feels like being exposed to this world, a bit like Catherine has, where there's quite an open scene and Jen's quite open, and there's a lot going on, but it's neat and it's tidy, and it like really just draws you in as a reader. It's just, there's something about A. Radley books, if you've read them you'll know what I mean. They're just effortless. You pick them up, you don't want to put them down, you can't really put them down. Work predicts that you have to, and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to work. Like the amount of times this week I've contemplated taking a sick day so that I can just stay in my bed and read this book. Yeah, I've done it a lot. but I can't do that because I don't get paid for that. But yeah, no, it was like really great, and I absolutely loved reading it. I loved discovering the new characters. You can read this standalone, you don't have to have read The Road Ahead, but it'd help if you read The Road Ahead, because then you'll know a bit more about Arabella and Rebecca. But I just can't wait to see if there's more from all 4 of these characters, or if there's like more characters coming into like the Around the World series. Like, so excited. I love it, I really do. Another great book by A. Radley. You won't be disappointed if you do read it. I definitely wasn't disappointed. I enjoyed every minute of it, every minute of the journey, all the fun events, all the humour, all the giggles, all the crying, and everything else. There was a why moment. So Amanda's joined the She Knows What She Did club. Seriously, you people and your books, you like to make my heart jump, don't you, sometimes? And I loved it. Yeah, I just loved it. It was perfect. It was a perfect book. It's definitely going to be one that I reread, obviously, because I love the characters, but because A. Radley's writing, like I say, just completely effortless. You can pick it up, get lost in it, be gone for a day, and then like you won't wonder where your day's gone, because you spent your day in this magical setting with these magical characters, falling in love with them and what they get up to, and wishing it was your life. Definitely wishing it was your life. So what I'll do, I'll pop a link in the description if you want to go and grab a copy of the book. If you've read The Big Uneasy by A. Radley, come and rave about it to me, and tell me how much you loved it, because I know you did. Don't lie. And if you are going to read it, or if it's on your to read list, again, I would love to know how excited you are, and when you're going to be reading it, and what you think of it before you even read it, and everything else that goes with that. And I hope you'll go check it out, and if you do, I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Bye!